Cheyenne Nicole Wheat, better known to millions as Pickle Wheat, is more than just a reality TV star. She's a symbol of resilience, tradition, and raw strength, representing a lifestyle many Americans have only seen on screen. As one of the youngest and most charismatic stars on History Channel's Swamp People, Pickle instantly captured the audience's attention with her unflinching courage, deep respect for the Louisiana swamplands, and powerful connection to her family's gator hunting legacy. Yet, in recent years, fans began asking questions. Why was she missing from certain episodes? What happened between her and Chase Landry? Why did rumors about a tragic event involving Pickle begin to surface? And most recently, why is her name tied to speculation about leaving the show altogether? This video explores the real story of Pickle Wheat, from her roots in Louisiana to her rise to television fame, and the personal and professional twists that changed the course of her life. We'll uncover the truth behind the rumors, her family's legacy, romantic relationships, heartbreaks, and the tragedy that changed everything. Let us begin the journey into the untold story of Pickle Wheat, one of the bayou's most beloved and misunderstood figures. Pickle Wheat was born Cheyenne Nicole Wheat on September 21, 1995, in Poydras, Louisiana. Raised along the moss-draped marshes of the South, she was surrounded by a culture few outsiders truly understand. The Wheat family were generational gator hunters, tracing their roots back to the earliest swamp dwellers who made a living trapping and fishing in the wetlands. From an early age, Pickle was immersed in the bayou lifestyle. Her father, Eddie Wheat, was not just a skilled alligator hunter. He was a craftsman, known for making custom duck and turkey calls. Her mother, Missy Wheat, supported the family business and helped raise Pickle with a strong foundation of work ethic and Southern values. While other children spent summers at the beach or at the mall, Pickle was learning to skin gators, clean firearms, and maneuver boats through the thick vegetation of the Atchafalaya Basin. This was no ordinary childhood, but Pickle never wanted it to be. Her nickname Pickle came from a mischievous streak in her toddler years, when she would sneak into pickle jars. The name stuck, fitting for someone who would eventually become a national name in a field dominated by rugged men. Pickle was homeschooled for much of her early life, which allowed her to spend more time in the swamps, learning the trade from her father and grandfather. The Wheat family didn't just hunt, they educated. They passed down stories, survival knowledge, and cultural values that defined their unique identity. It wasn't long before the tight-knit family was noticed by producers of one of History Channel's most enduring and dramatic shows, Swamp People. When Swamp People producers began searching for new blood to freshen up the cast in its 12th season in 2021, Pickle Wheat stood out like a diamond in the rough. The show had long been anchored by gritty, seasoned hunters like Troy Landry, Jacob Landry, and Bruce Mitchell, but producers knew the audience was ready for a younger, dynamic figure who could bridge old-school values and new-age grit. Pickle's debut on Swamp People wasn't just an introduction, it was an explosion. Fans were immediately drawn to her spunky attitude, quick wit, and undeniable skill in the field. She wasn't just tagging along, she was shooting gators, hauling lines, and navigating treacherous waters like a pro. Viewers, especially women and younger fans, saw her as a trailblazer, a woman breaking barriers in a male-dominated field. Her chemistry with longtime cast member Troy Landry was also a major highlight. Troy, who'd hunted with nearly every type of partner imaginable, spoke highly of Pickle's work ethic and respect for the bayou. "She reminds me of the old-timers," he once said in a behind-the-scenes interview. "Ain't afraid of nothin'." Pickle quickly became a fan favorite, especially as the show's audience began gravitating toward more human-focused storytelling. Scenes showing Pickle laughing with her family, reflecting on her grandfather's legacy, or just sitting in a boat at dawn connected with viewers on a deeper level than raw gator footage alone. But with fame came pressure. The weight of public attention, the demands of filming schedules, and the balancing act of real-life responsibilities began to take a toll on Pickle's personal world, especially her relationships. One of the most publicized aspects of Pickle Wheat's time on Swamp People was her relationship with fellow cast member Chase Landry, son of legendary hunter Troy Landry. Their romance blossomed in the public eye, and for a while, they were Swamp People's power couple. Fans were enamored by their on-screen chemistry, laughing, teasing, and working side by side on gator hunts. Social media posts confirmed the relationship, showing them traveling together, celebrating holidays, and hunting off-season. However, the reality of maintaining a high-profile relationship while balancing fame and personal ambitions soon became clear. By late 2021, observant fans began noticing the absence of shared posts, cryptic comments, and a lack of on-screen interaction between Pickle and Chase. Rumors of a breakup flooded Reddit threads and Facebook groups dedicated to Swamp People. In early 2022, Pickle subtly confirmed the split by quietly removing shared photos and hinting at a new chapter in her life. Chase, known for his privacy, remained silent. Fans speculated that the breakup was due to personal differences, professional schedules, or the challenges of being in the spotlight. Though the relationship ended, both remained committed to the Swamp People brand. But for Pickle, it marked the beginning of a new emotional journey, one that would soon take an unexpected turn. In 2023, whispers of a serious accident involving Pickle Wheat began to circulate on social media. The headlines ranged from speculative to downright alarming. Pickle Wheat injured in gator hunt gone wrong. Swamp People star hospitalized after tragic incident. Is Pickle leaving the show for good? In reality, Pickle had been involved in a minor boating mishap while filming an episode near Pierrepont, Louisiana. While maneuvering through narrow bayou channels, her boat struck a submerged tree limb, causing it to lurch. She sustained a shoulder injury and mild bruising but recovered fully within weeks. However, fan sites and clickbait news outlets twisted the story, igniting panic. Some falsely claimed she was airlifted and in critical condition, while others speculated she had left the show due to emotional trauma or mental health struggles. Pickle addressed the incident with grace via Instagram, stating, "Yes, there was a small accident. I'm okay. Thanks for the love, but y'all don't worry, I'm tougher than a 12-foot gator." Still, the incident had a lasting effect. She began appearing less frequently in episodes and was not featured prominently in the latter half of season 14. Though the injury was not severe, it forced her to rethink her priorities, especially regarding future seasons and family obligations. After the end of her high-profile relationship with Chase Landry, fans watched closely to see how Pickle Wheat would move forward, not just professionally but personally. For a while, she maintained a low profile on social media, focusing on hunting, filming, and her family. But by mid-2022, the public began to notice someone new in her life, Joshua Kippes. Joshua wasn't from the gator hunting world. He was a professional EMT, emergency medical technician, known for his quiet demeanor, dedication to service, and deep values. The two met through mutual friends in Louisiana and instantly connected. Unlike her relationship with Chase, which was often under the public microscope due to the show, her relationship with Joshua was quieter, more grounded in personal trust than public attention. Pickle began posting occasional photos of them fishing together, visiting festivals, and enjoying simple moments outside the swamp. For fans, this was a turning point. They saw a new, more introspective side of Pickle Wheat, one grounded in love, calmness, and emotional healing. In interviews, Pickle hinted that Joshua gave her a sense of stability she hadn't experienced in a long time. "He's not just someone I love," she said in a private Q&A, "he's someone I respect." This marked the beginning of the most transformative period in Pickle's life, because soon, she would have even more than love to think about. On April 25, 2023, Pickle Wheat and Joshua Kippes welcomed their first child, a beautiful baby girl named Mimi. The news stunned fans and followers who had followed her rugged, fearless swamp persona. Now they saw a softer, maternal side emerging. Pickle shared the news with a heartfelt Instagram post. "Welcome to the world, Mimi. You are my little gator queen already. I never knew I could love this much." The birth of her daughter brought new meaning to her life. While she continued to support her family's gator hunting business, she began stepping back from the full demands of Swamp People. Motherhood became her priority. The transition wasn't easy. Pickle had to balance her public persona, family legacy, personal ambitions, and now, the well-being of her child. Many questioned whether she would return to television at all. Her response? "For now, my biggest adventure is raising Mimi." Despite offers to return for filming season 15, she took a hiatus to focus on her daughter, which fueled more speculation that she had permanently left the show. But insiders close to the production team confirmed that her departure was temporary, a personal choice born from love, not drama or scandal. Being a reality star is demanding. Being a reality star and a mother, family businesswoman, and traditional hunter is nearly impossible. Yet, Pickle Wheat tried to do it all. The Wheat family was still deeply involved in call-making and swamp tours, and Pickle helped her father behind the scenes in running their duck and turkey call business. Even after leaving the show, she continued making appearances at hunting expos, signing autographs, and sharing stories. But behind the scenes, Pickle often wrestled with her identity. Was she a reality TV personality? A traditional hunter? A mother? Could she be all three? In interviews, she revealed how hard it was to be authentic on camera, especially when producers wanted heightened drama. "Sometimes I just wanted to sit and talk about the swamp. But that doesn't make for exciting TV." Her fans never left her side. Online communities posted support daily, with comments like, "Pickle's the heart of the bayou. We miss her on screen, but we love seeing her happy." In many ways, Pickle had succeeded in the most important mission of all, staying true to her roots while exploring new chapters in her life. By late 2023, many fans noticed Pickle Wheat was completely absent from season 15 of Swamp People. Social media exploded with questions. Did Pickle get fired? Why is she not hunting anymore? Is she okay? Some websites falsely reported that she'd been permanently removed from the cast. Others claimed she had mental breakdowns or safety violations. But none of it was true. The real story was simple and heartfelt. Pickle voluntarily stepped away from the show to raise her daughter, help her father's business, and avoid the stress of national filming schedules. In a brief statement, she clarified, "Family comes first. I love Swamp People and always will. But right now, I'm focused on being the best mom I can be." She didn't shut the door completely. She expressed interest in returning when her daughter was older and her life felt more balanced. Behind the scenes, the producers kept the door open as well. In many ways, her exit showed what kind of person Pickle Wheat really is, not one driven by fame, but by family and love. While most fans know Pickle for gator hunting, fewer realize she's also a shrewd businesswoman. Alongside her father, she helped turn their small family operation into a multi-stream enterprise. The family company, specializing in handmade duck and turkey calls, began expanding through social media, online orders, and festival sales, many driven by Pickle's celebrity. She also launched a personal brand under the name Bayou Girl Goods, selling apparel, accessories, and even signed memorabilia. Proceeds from some sales were donated to wetlands preservation causes. By 2024, Pickle had become a local icon, regularly invited to hunting conventions and southern lifestyle events across the US. Despite not appearing on Swamp People at the time, she had become one of the show's most enduring success stories, a woman who took the spotlight and used it to uplift her roots and create a future for her family. Her relationship with Troy Landry. Troy Landry, the king of the swamp, once called Pickle Wheat the best new partner he's ever had. Their on-screen bond extended well off-screen. Even after she stepped away, Troy kept in touch, often checking in on her and her daughter. He once said, "Pickle's like a daughter to me. She's got the heart of a hunter and the soul of Louisiana." Pickle also maintained close friendships with Jacob Landry, Ashley Deadeye Jones, and Ronnie Adams. They often shared memories, and the cast expressed hope she would return. Contrary to rumors, there was no falling out between Pickle and the cast. It was simply life's way of pulling her in another direction, for now. Though Pickle has millions of fans, internet fame can be a double-edged sword. In 2024, a fake news story claimed she had been arrested for illegal hunting practices, a story that was completely false and later retracted. The viral post briefly caused public confusion and even led to angry messages on her Instagram. Pickle addressed it with composure. "Don't believe everything you read. I've always done things the right way, and I always will." Despite moments of frustration, her fan base remained loyal. Her Facebook followers surpassed 500,000, and she regularly received gifts, letters, and messages from young women inspired by her journey. In late 2023, Pickle experienced a heartbreaking personal loss, the death of her grandfather, James Wheat, who had taught her everything about hunting and life on the bayou. James had been battling heart complications for years. His passing was not sudden, but it hit Pickle hard. She posted, "Grandpa, you taught me to be strong, brave, and humble. I hope I make you proud every single day." His death was the single most defining emotional moment in her adult life, prompting further reflection and her decision to fully step back from TV for a time. At least 3 different times, social media posts falsely claimed that Pickle Wheat had either passed away in a hunting accident, been diagnosed with a terminal illness, disappeared from Louisiana. All of them were lies. The hoaxes were fueled by clickbait websites and false tabloid-style articles. Pickle responded once, "Y'all, I'm very much alive. And if I ever leave the swamp, I'll take my gators with me." These incidents revealed the dark side of fame and made Pickle more selective about her media appearances. As of mid-2025, Pickle Wheat is living a quiet, happy life in Louisiana. She co-runs the family business, raises her daughter, and occasionally appears at wildlife events and hunting expos. She's not on Swamp People, but she's not forgotten. Fans still post tributes, share her clips, and express hope she'll return in future seasons. She remains active on Instagram and Facebook, offering glimpses into her life as a mom, hunter, and proud Cajun woman. Pickle Wheat's story is one of strength, transition, and love. From a fearless gator hunter to a dedicated mother and entrepreneur, she represents the best of Louisiana's swamp culture. She may no longer be in the spotlight daily, but her legacy continues. One duck call, one baby smile, and one sunrise on the bayou at a time. If Pickle Wheat's story touched your heart, reminded you of the power of family, or inspired you to stay true to who you are, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more real-life stories just like this one. Stories that dig deeper than the headlines and bring you the truth behind the fame. Share this video with fellow Swamp People fans, lovers of the outdoors, and anyone who believes in the strength of tradition, resilience, and the courage to walk your own path. And finally, drop a comment below to tell us your favorite Pickle Wheat moment, what you miss most about her on Swamp People, and if you'd love to see her back one day. Until next time, stay wild, stay grounded, and always remember the bayou doesn't forget its own. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.